Right? So I started to branch out. Well, about the time that I started making all this money, right, I told you I live in a very small town. People began to realize that I was making money, even though I never even saw these checks until we made copies of them. They all went to my parents, they got deposited, I didn't care, it was a game to me. I logged in on the internet and I saw how much money I made last month, and my goal was beat it, right? Got to make more. It was always just a goal and a game. It was never about the money. I couldn't really conceptually understand a $150,000 a month check. I didn't know what that meant. I just knew it meant that my parents weren't going to lose their house. It was about all it meant to me. So I started teaching other people. Justin Califf, the one you see over here on the left, good friend of mine from school. This is a kid whose parents sheltered him so much, he was never allowed to get on Google growing up, ever. He never seen Google until he got to college. And he was going to medical school, or trying to go to medical school with me. Neither of us were gifted. We both had to study. So we spent a lot of time studying together, and he would always see me checking my reports and seeing how much money I made, talking to my dad about it and all this stuff. And, you know, he asked me if I would help him, if I'd teach him how to do this. Now, this was back when I first started. It was when I was making $2,000 or $3,000 a month, you know, which I was thrilled with. I thought that when I made $3 grand a month, I thought, man, I don't ever have to go to school again. I don't ever have to do anything again. I am set, right? That was kind of prior to understanding that, wow, now I'm taking care of my family. What in the world is my sister's text message bill $600 for this month, right? Began to realize at a really young age the importance of $400 or $500 extra a month, because I was supporting my whole family. I put my brother through college, put my sister through college, paid for my parents' house, all of their cars, all of their car insurance, every little thing. My dad had a wreck, ended up having to go to the neurologist literally every month. Somebody hit him from behind and hurt his neck. $1,000 every time he went. Guess who had to pay for that? Me, the only one that made any money, right? I began to realize that, you know, when you have a family, and it isn't just you, you know, you've got a plan for all of these things that can happen to so many other people, not just yourself, right? So I really began to understand money and how important it was. And so I decided I would teach Justin how to do this. I sat Justin down, I taught him. Here was the deal. He had to apply for a credit card on my site, which he did. He got an American Express Blue Card. I got paid 55 bucks. I made $55. I taught him how to do this. Today, Justin's my age, 26, 27. He's made over $1 million. And he paid cash for his first house. So I actually have video of him. I was going to use it on my show. I opted not to. But I have a video of him as he's walking through his house while they're building it. And the thing with me is he paid cash for that house. Here he is. He's 26 years old. He will never go through what my dad went through, if he's smart. He doesn't sell it and go have a mortgage, right? He's paid cash for his first house. That's really powerful to me, because I saw what happens when a family starts to lose their home. You know, my parents had never argued. All of a sudden they argued, you know. My parents had never been tense with us. All of a sudden they were, right? My parents were always happy, smiling, just full of life. Now all of a sudden they're depressed, they're frowning, and they're not even who they were, right? I saw what all of that can do when you're about to lose your home, and I realized, you know, this kid just got married. He never has to worry about that. It was pretty powerful for me. So then I decided that, you know, my brother, this is my brother and his girlfriend. He was a college kid. He was up at Ole Miss, and all he did was play Xbox, go to parties, and hang out. That was it. That was life. Life was really good. He never had a single bit, not a piece of him wanted to make money, do anything on the internet, be successful, no drive, no nothing. Until I bought my first sports car. I bought like a 1996 Dodge Viper, right? All of a sudden he was like, wow, I want to do that. So now he wants to learn how to do what I'm doing. So I'm like, well, you know, here's the thing. If I could teach him how to make his own money, then I don't have to pay for the rest of his school. I don't have to pay for his apartment / condo that he had to have, or his car, or his insurance. I had a lot to gain by teaching him. So I sat him down and I was like, look, I'll teach you how to do it. Don't worry. Taught my brother how to do this. Today, he's 25 years old, and I think the most successful month that he's had doing this, he made about $85,000. And literally, he spends maybe 2, 3 hours a day on this, something like that. Spends time, but it's not like taking up his whole life, right? So today, I have my brother out. My brother teaches with me, educates people with me, because it's an opportunity for him to, to do what he now really likes to do, which is teach. Because a lot of people don't realize, but through teaching, you actually learn more. Because you think of things, when you have to stand up here and you have to talk to a lot of people, you got these lights in your face and things, your mind's constantly running, right? And so you're thinking of all of these things, and then you're like, wow, brainstorm, idea, and you take like mental notes, right? So I've made a lot of money, built my affiliate marketing business larger than it even was, ever since I started going out and teaching people. Because I see things and I see opportunity, and then I'm able to go and really capitalize on that. So from that, I started a charity. I always like to take an opportunity. I know it has nothing to do with affiliate marketing or why you're here, but I like to take the opportunity when I'm speaking and when I have the chance to share with people about the things that we do and the things that you can do. I always like to take an opportunity and do that. We started a charity, Christmas for Kids. So it's just something that I wanted to do personally. I grew up, always had a great, like I said, a great family, always had everything. Realized that there's a lot of people that, that don't. There are a lot of kids, even, Mississippi's one of the poorest states, if not the poorest state in the U.S. There's a lot of kids that don't, they go to school and they're 10 years old or they're 7 years old, and Santa came to see everybody else, but Santa didn't come to see them, and they're confused. So what we try to do is we go and we get gifts for them. So we'll take like, I think last year we did 30 or 40 angel tree. Do you have that here? Angel tree? Maybe, yeah. Angel tree kids, and we go and buy gifts for them and things like that. But what's important is to realize that, and I talk about it a lot in my first book, that with success comes responsibility. When you're successful, you have to be responsible. If you're irresponsible, you lose it real fast, right? And so for me, it's important for all of you, when you reach the level of success that you're comfortable with, when you have a successful business, it's always important to be responsible with that success, share it with other people, teach as many other people as you can, and then obviously help people that are less fortunate than you. It's something that I was lucky. My parents taught me to do that from the time I was a little kid, and something I'm proud of. So 3 keys to success: website, training, and advertising. So these are the things that I needed. I paid somebody to do my website. I literally taught myself advertising, just guessing, just how do I do this, how do I do that, and I used a lot of what I was learning in pre-med with my ad copy, which I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. And in order for you to really determine, is this something you want to do? Do you really want to be a successful affiliate marketer? Is it something that you could really be successful with? You have to, A, understand that it takes time. It is not going to just be this, turn on a website, make $1 million, and you're fine, and you never have to look at it. That isn't how it works. You have to work. You have to put forth some time. Now, obviously, I can teach you how to do this. It takes about 30. When I started this, I spent 30 minutes or so every day. And what I did was I put myself on a schedule. Every single night before I went to bed, spent time doing it. So I wasn't ever trying to do it in the middle of the day and then, oh, well, there's a baseball game on. I want to watch that. I did it at a time that I knew I'd be free every single day, and I got myself on a schedule. How many of you go to the gym, work out? A few of you? Okay. Do you typically go at the same time every day? Yeah? Because you get in a routine. If you break that routine, is it hard to go back? Yep. I've been gone for 2.5 years. I used to be 35 pounds heavier. Trust me, I know how hard it is to go back once you break your routine. So for me, it was important to be in a routine. Just this suit is really, it makes me look a lot bigger than I really am. You're looking at me like, 30 pounds? Trust me, I'm like 145 or something. All right, so effort. You have to put forth some effort. You can't just, it doesn't just happen for you. I had to spend a lot of time doing this, right? I had to put forth some effort. And then mindset. Here's the thing. You have to be ready to be successful, but not plan on being successful overnight. All of these things you see on TV where they have the, the Ferraris and the little swimming pools and all that stuff, it's all so silly. It's just ridiculous. It's all hired, you know that. They don't even own those cars. They rent them. It's stupid. You cannot make money and make millions of dollars overnight. It just simply doesn't happen that way. You have to be willing to put forth some effort, spend some time, and educate yourself so that you're doing something constructive, right? Don't just spin your wheels and just try a billion different things. Have one goal, focus on reaching that goal, and educate yourself so that you can do it in the right way. Make sense?